When I sold my house, I learned some lessons and I want to share them with you. Number one, negotiate the real estate agent commission fees. Using a real estate agent, the normal fee is about 6% of the sales price. So if your house was $100,000 for sale and it sold for $100,000, that means $6,000 goes to real estate agent fees. And they usually split them in half, meaning that 3% go to the listing agent and 3% go to the buying agent. The seller and the buyer have an agent representing them. Now, if your agent that you're using to sell your house brings the buyer, they get all that commission. But everything is negotiable. Okay, and so what I recommend is that you look online. I looked on Zillow and Realtor, different sites that have reviews of people who have sold properties in your area. And I looked up agents that sold properties in my community and the surrounding area in the past 6 months, and I saw what were high performing agents. What agents sold property within your community or by your community in the past 6 months, and what were their reviews online. You may have to search a little bit to find that, but you should be able to find one or two, or definitely one or two, and maybe even three realtors. And I would invite them over to your house or call them and talk to them about listing, and say, look, if I give you my listing, instead of 6%, are you willing to do 4%? 2% will go to the buying agent, 2% to the seller, just like that. And if they say no, remember, there's a lot more other real estate agents out there, because most people are going to list their house not for $100,000, but $300,000. And right there, that's almost $20,000 in real estate agent fees. And so if you can cut that in half, or cut that down by 2% and get it closer to $10,000, that's $10,000 extra in your pocket, just by having a simple conversation in the interview process of who's going to list your house. So, give that some thought. And remember that when you go under contract, and when the buyer has inspection and they come back to you and they want to negotiate the sales price again after inspection, they have a right to do that. Remember, you technically can say, look, I'm not coming off my price, but if the buying real estate agent and the seller real estate agent, if they want to deduct that from their listing fees, from their real estate agent fees, I'm willing to do it. Yeah, I did that. Did it work? Yeah. Because why? Look, you got to have the agents with some skin in the game. And you have to be willing to walk away, but just something to think about. Number two, have your inspections done prior to the inspection. What does that mean? When you get a home inspection, the inspectors are mainly looking for your electrical panel, your water heater, and your HVAC system to be up to code and inspected, recently. So those are the three major infrastructure components. Certainly the inspector is going to look at, the age of your windows, the age of your roof. But, I would say if you have your electrical panel, if you've got it replaced but you didn't get it inspected, or if it needs to get replaced, just proactively get that done. Water heater, if you haven't got that replaced recently, or if you did and you didn't get an inspection, get that done. And same thing with your HVAC, your cooling and heating system. If you have a central air, get those things inspected, put the inspection sticker on it, because if you have to go through that process, pulling a permit and getting those things inspected could take up to a month or more with the county. So, with your township. So that's something that you want to do proactively, not to delay your closing. Certainly, in hot times, there's some buyers that'll just take the house as is, but you want to make the transaction as smooth as possible, giving you as much leverage and power as possible so that you're stressing less. It's a very stressful process. Number three, closing will seem like it takes forever. because there's always going to be some administrative thing that needs to extend the process, some logistical thing in getting something done, maybe like inspections, and it's very nerve-wracking. So while you're going through a sale of your house, for most people, you have to mitigate stress in other areas of your life. Slow down on your personal investments, slow down on personal risk in your life, and use your capacity to get this house sold. Don't get into new relationships. Don't argue. Just stabilize your personal life and your career and your personal investments and everything you're doing, because this is a very stressful time to sell your house, okay? And these three things that I mentioned: negotiate real estate agent commission fees, get your inspections done prior to the buyer's inspection, and stabilize your life. Don't take on unnecessary risk in your personal life during this process, because you're going to be very volatile. If you can remember those three things, I think my experience may help you a little bit. If you appreciate this video, I appreciate if you click the thumbs up. You want to support the channel, click the blue join button. Subscribe if you're not. Leave a comment below. Keep showing up. Stay positive. Focus your energy on a topic. Do it. Move on to the next one. Always be proactive and try to look a little bit ahead. Thank you for watching. See you next one.